Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. Have you noticed how it's getting lighter out? Every day now, just a little bit more. Like when you light the menorah and each day add more light. And as we approach the new moon, we need to add more light. And did you know this is one of those rare 2 new moon months? We had one on the 1st and we have another one coming up on the 30th. Now we notice double full moons in a month because the full moon is visible. We have a harder time with the new moon months because they're invisible. And because of that, even though they are still technically blue moons, instead they're referred to often as black moons because they are black in a black sky. Well, the moon itself does not illuminate but reflects. But anytime we have a double names, double dreams, there is meaning. And we will be reading about more doubles this week as we did last week. Blue moon. You saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. But we always have dreams in our hearts, and love is always all around. Now, this double new moon is going to herald big changes for the year ahead. We see the moon as the great measurer of time because it changes just a little every day as it waxes and wanes, becomes full and new, and we can see those changes. They herald changes in our lives. Now, we had a wonderful gathering at our celebration of the change in season last week in welcoming the Twin Festivals of Light. It was so nice to see everybody and talk about the miracles that take place in our lives. While we celebrate, we see that it's a theme of coming together, of shining bright together. Unfortunately, however, in Illinois, instead of 8 nights of Hanukkah, there's a city which has no clue what the holiday is about. And this year, Lake Forest is only allowing the menorah to be displayed for a few hours on the evening of December the 29th. How they picked that's beyond me. Now, to many, it's a blatant display of anti-Semitism. I can't imagine a Christmas tree lighting being restricted to an hour on one of the 12 days of Christmas. And I hope everyone's Christmas was what you wanted, that all your hopes, dreams, and wishes do come true. It is a time of love, of peace, of miracles. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. So this is Christmas for weak and for strong, rich and the poor ones. The road is so long. So happy Christmas, black and for white, yellow and red ones. Let's stop all the fighting. Now, isn't that something? Shouldn't we stop all the fighting? Stop all the hating? Let's put the negative, destructive energy to rebuilding the world instead, to repairing it and not tearing it down. You began lighting your menorahs on Christmas this year. One of those rare times the dates are the same, and you're probably on your 4th or 5th day now, maybe the 3rd. Each day not sure when this goes out, each day showing the world more light comes in. And I'll remind you, the 8 of them represent health, family, learning, hope, love, charity, holiness, peace. Wonderful reminders of how to live life. We use light as a symbol. But the real lesson is in the belief in miracles. They occur all the time. And I've heard from many of you over the past week sharing your Hanukkah miracles. It's great. The world is a world of miracles. We have so many miracles in our lives, many of which we do not even see as miracles. Our ability to worship as you will, freedom to find love, having companionship, being inquiring, the ability to travel and enjoy freedom, being able to have choice. All of these are the miracles of life. The greatest miracle of all our freedom to find and share love, and come together just as we gather and share and celebrate. Like when we take the time to honor and pray and observe as a community, collective consciousness, seekers showing faith, any and all faith, love, any and all love. Because we are a true Chavurah fellowship. As we express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes, it unites us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. And even though together, we're individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her or their own way. So once again, please do go ahead and invite everybody you know, whether it's physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, any way at all, to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hidei Matov, come together. Hidei Matov, U'Medai, Shevet Achim Gam Yad. Hidei Matov, U'Medai, Shevet Achim Gam Yad. How good, how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. We support each other in this community, my friends, so let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, this is you setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor, converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all do believe in something. It is a part of your intention, your kavanah, that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. And goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control, of what you can correct. It is your intention that sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives, my friends. Miracles are the themes of these holidays. I know you know there are 8 candles on the Hanukkah menorah, one for each day of the miracle, and 1 extra helper candle, instead of the 7 candles that were on the original menorah. Just as there are 8 reindeer for Santa's sleigh and 1 extra helper reindeer, Rudolph, who was there to help all the others find their way. You know Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Christmas and Hanukkah, forever twins. And Hanukkah has a different duality to it. The mystery of the duality of the inside and the outside, mind and body, above, below. It's revealed in the miracle of the Hanukkah oil. Now, the menorah's body symbolizes the external shell of material reality, while the oil's light symbolizes the freedom we experience inside our minds. Hanukkah teaches that the oil's light transcends the laws of material reality. It is truly miraculous. Hanukkah is about giving thanks for a real miracle, and that miracle is the miracle of freedom. So continue to celebrate light and love and miracles, and remember, you don't need a holiday to live that way. But isn't it great that every year we honor the small force who stood up to the bully, fought for our freedom? Reminds us all to continue to stand up to our bullies and honor the miracles in our lives, all symbolized by 1 little candle. Light 1 candle for the Maccabee children with thanks that light didn't die. Light 1 candle for the pain they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light 1 candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. Light 1 candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through our love and our tears. Now, it is a light we send to help heal whoever that needs it. Right? It's light that we use as our symbol. Healing and renewal is for everybody. It flows through space, finding those in need. So send out light. Send it out for those you know, for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Even while you're lighting your menorah, focus on them. Call their names. Not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world that we need to do, that tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. And part of the healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. So let's all send energy out for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for those in need of assistance. We pray for those who need prayer. We don't have to know them. We want health, recovery, goodwill, good life for everybody around us. Let's continue to send healing energy for the hostages still held, still in prison, who I truly had hoped would be freed for this holiday. Let us demand their freedom. And for those close to us, for Alan and Carson, for Southern Galley and Bill, for Amin and Rose, for AJ and Gabby, Trevor, Jess, for Myra, the builder, for Betty and the elf, for Snoop, for Dave and Sabrina, for Maria and Paul, for PJ, Richard, Marlu, Lucy, Pinky, for Gloria and Winston Ionura, for Alana, Johnny and Fern, for Kathleen and Carla, for Mina, for Charles and John and Maria, for Dory and Connie and Ronnie, for Tally, for Mayim. There's so many people, for Nina and Danny, and all those suffering and in need. Let's not forget to include the familiars of our lives, all of our sacred animal friends everywhere, for everyone you know in need, for the whole world, and for the bee. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes, goodwill, and love we all send out. It just circles the world, finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Sheberach. Avotenu Makor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Misha Berach, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal as He has healed before. Misha Berach, may He who bless, because all healing is a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now, as Hamlet said in his famous soliloquy, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. Well, let's not forget, he was talking of death. He hit upon one of the great mysteries of man and the mind, dreams. We have seen the impact of dreams in the Bible already. But we do not need to have read them here to know and to marvel at their power, their influence, their confusion, their majesty, their ability to enhance and stand as a focal point of life's choices. Where do they come from? What do they mean? Now, a great philosopher once said, God knows the secrets of your soul. He'll tell them to you while you're asleep. God knows when you see it. God knows you've got to weep. God knows the secrets of your heart. Tell them to you when you're asleep. Now, is that what a dream is? The secrets of your soul revealed by God? In some cases, yes. We all remember how haunting Pilate's dream was from Jesus Christ Superstar. Dreams. As Humphrey Bogart's last line in The Maltese Falcon goes, as he's asked about the statue, he touches the bird and says, the stuff that dreams are made of. Dreams. Do we ever tire of dreams, their meaning, their message, their pure power? No. We had a taste with the ladder to heaven, And then we were thrown headlong into the biblical world of dreams last week when we met Yosef, Baal HaHalomet, the dream master. This week we see him set upon a path that changes the world as we read miketz at the end. Now this is the favorite reading of one of my great rabbinic teachers and inspirations, and it's a great one. Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dreams, rises to power, but his brothers go to Egypt and meet up with him, not knowing who he is. After all, it's been a lot of years. They're there to buy food. They return home. Then they come back down again. They're detained, all the while having no idea who they are talking to, who they are dealing with, who they are bowing to. Now, Joseph implored the freed prisoner at the end of last reading to not forget him. But here we are now, it's 2 years later. Genesis 41:1. And it was at the end of 2 years' time. Pharaoh was dreaming, and here he was standing by the Nile. Here coming up from the Nile were 7 cows, beautiful looking, fat-fleshed. They fed the reeds. And here were 7 other cows coming up after them from the Nile, bad-looking, thin-fleshed. They stood by the cows that were by the bank of the Nile, and the bad-looking and thin-fleshed cows ate the 7 beautiful-looking and fat cows. Pharaoh woke up, and he slept and dreamed a second time. And here were 7 ears of grain coming up on one stalk, fat and good. And here were 7 ears of grain, thin and scorched by the east wind, growing after them. And the thin ears of grain swallowed the 7 fat and full ears of grain, and Pharaoh woke up. And here it was a dream. And it was the morning, and his spirit was moved. And he sent and called all of Egypt's magicians and all of its wise men. And Pharaoh told them his dreams. There was no one who could tell the meaning of them to Pharaoh. The chief of the drink stewards spoke to Pharaoh, saying, I'm recalling my sins today. Pharaoh had been angry at his servants, and he put me under the watch at the house of the chief of the guards, me and the chief of the bakers. We had a dream one night. I and he, we each dreamed with his own dream's meaning. And there with us was a Hebrew boy, a slave of the chief of the guards. We told him, and he told us the meaning of our dreams. He told us the meaning according to each one's dream, and it was as he told the meaning for us. So it was. Me, he put back at my station, and him, he hanged. Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they rushed him from the pit, and he shaved and changed his clothing and came to Pharaoh. Now let's all continue to hope and pray for a miracle. Just as Joseph was rushed from the pit to Pharaoh, so may the hostages be freed from their pit to take their rightful place. Here we have Pharaoh, the god of Egypt, had dreams. He was disturbed, and no one could tell him what they mean. Came down to the butler remembering an event from his own dream 2 years ago. The power of dreams, a brief message, couched in imagery, which even the ruler of the most powerful country on earth was disturbed by and had to understand. So he sends for this Hebrew slave. Genesis 41:15, and Pharaoh said to Joseph, I've had a dream. There's no one can tell the meaning of it, and I've heard about you, saying you hear a dream so as to tell the meaning of it. And Joseph answered Pharaoh, saying, not I. God will answer regarding Pharaoh's well-being. Not I. God will answer. What an incredibly powerful statement. He has grown. He knows he is just a tool of God. And Pharaoh proceeds to tell the 2 dreams to Joseph exactly as he told them to the others. Oh, so long ago, was it in a dream? Was it just a dream? I know. Yes, I know. Seems so very real. Seems so real to me. And we have all had those dreams where we wake and they were so real to us. And we know those are the special dreams. I want you to notice a few things when you read this. The growth of Joseph, who subverted his own ego to understand it's not him, it's God, and he's just a tool of God. Are we not all tools of God? We must all learn to put our egos aside. I'm blessed. I know Joseph, the dream master. What a true and special gift that is. Also notice Pharaoh understands and knows who Joseph is talking about. At no point does Pharaoh ask which God. He knows who Elohim was, and he doesn't question Elohim versus other gods. Why? What does this perhaps tell us about Egypt, about its spiritual practice, about its beliefs and knowledge? Share your thoughts. Write your own midrash. Well, Pharaoh immediately recounts the two dreams to Joseph. Genesis 41:25, and Joseph said to Pharaoh, Pharaoh's dream, it is one. It has told to Pharaoh what God is doing. So Joseph explains the two dreams tell one story. There will be 7 good years, followed by 7 bad. Now again, we are shown the power of the double in biblical code. The double name-calling marked moments of life, altering decisions. We saw it with the patriarchs. We'll see it again with Moses. We've seen the double dreams come true. Joseph's first 2 dreams of domination over the brothers and the 2 prisoners' twin dreams all came true. And Joseph explains, Genesis 41:29, here, 7 years are coming. Big bountiful in all the land of Egypt, and 7 years of famine will rise after them. And all the bountifulness in the land of Egypt will be forgotten, and the famine will finish off the land. And now, let Pharaoh look out for an understanding and a wise man and set him over the land of Egypt. This is a fascinating add-in. Not only does he interpret the dream and explain it, but he suggests a solution when he was never asked for one. He's never asked for. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, since God has made you know all this, there's no one as understanding and wise as you. This was Joseph giving unsolicited advice to the ruler of the world, resulting in Joseph being appointed and becoming the most powerful man in Egypt. He oversaw the incredible growth in Pharaoh's wealth. He married an Egyptian royal priestess, had 2 sons, and was there when his brothers came seeking food and played with them like a cat with mice. He, knowing who they were and them knowing nothing other than they were seeking food to avoid starvation. And this, my friends, is just the beginning. Yes, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish, celebrate your freedom and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free. Be free. Honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light, and all who live in the light continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone, and end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we're a community. We learn together. We celebrate with each other. We love each other. We share this right together, men and women equally. So let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. Please do. Learn to forgive, learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts, honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you actually do love them. Save in your attention. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. It's our intention, our kavana. It's our cause, our effect. It's all linked. You have the time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness. But always do so with sincerity, with accountability, vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you. You learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So keep on dreaming, my friends. Keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear, follow love. It's always in front of you. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in your consciousness, in your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. Love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. Continue to explore faith and belief. Never accept shame as a natural state, because whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together, we help each other. We are each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives, so find them. Tell them what they mean. You're never alone on your journey. Listen to the voice of God as he, she, it, them, they talks to you. And remember, your connection to God and all he has created in body and soul, it's a part of you, it's a part of me, it's a part of everybody forever. We're all connected. Listen to his voice. He is talking to you. Enjoy this period of love and light and miracles. It is special every year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. With kids jingle belling and everyone telling be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And it is the most wonderful time of the year. Thank you for joining me. Have a great week. Feliz Navidad. Hag Hanukkah Sameach. Enjoy the rest of the season of light and miracles, and I will see you all soon as we celebrate the new year. Shabbat Shalom and blessings to you all. Take care.